welcome back. Today we're looking at liminal space. I'm actually here, it's not Photoshop. This place is real. It's actually like a very normal hotel in every other spot except for this specific spot. Welcome back. Today we're looking at, I already did the intro, man. You already heard me say it, but I'll still wiggle my fingers again anyway, because, you know, it's just part of it. Today we are looking at liminal space. We're looking at my liminal space pictures and a couple videos that I've taken over the last year from around the world. This is liminal space worldwide edition. When I say worldwide, I don't just mean around California, although a lot of these are gonna be from California because I do live there, but we've got a lot from Japan, we've got one from Amsterdam, we got a couple from Germany, we have some really good ones from London. Like most of my favorite ones are from London. I guess England is pretty liminal. That hotel for my intro, that like famous liminal space image that's gone around the internet a bunch, where I'm actually at in that video, that's London. That's the London Heathrow Airport hotel, or it's one of the ones that's there. So anyway, we got a lot of stuff here. I'm excited to show you. I'm excited to share. It's like I get to just take you on a little journey. It's like I get to just show you like a scrapbook of my adventures, but through the lens of liminal space. I don't think I'm even in any of these photos. I think there's maybe 2 that I'm in. And those are just for fun. Let's do it. Number 1, starting off with a pretty underwhelming one, not gonna lie. I know I hyped up this concept here, but this is just the order that I took these pictures in. This is in Monterey. It's just a staircase leading up to the sky. You know, I just thought it felt kind of artsy. This, I like this one still. I know it seems like not a lot, but the sun is setting to my right, and you got this just ever so slight pinkish purplish hue kind of going across the sky. The green grass hill, just the top of a barbed wire fence. It just feels good. It just feels nice. It just feels like a nice little vibey time. And it's right along this trail here I was walking on. It's right up there. And look at this. Look at the little moon just peeking through the trees there. Liminal. Okay, this is in Sacramento area. So Monterey, Sacramento. I don't know how much it matters to you where these pictures were taken, but I'm gonna probably always say, because it's just more fun for me that way. Las Vegas. This is in the Venetian Hotel, and man, I wish I got more pictures from my time in Vegas because there's a lot of liminal stuff, but it's so packed with people that it takes away the liminal nature of it. But this is a nice unobstructed picture here. A escalator going up to like this fancy, you know, archway, and the sky is painted on the ceiling, of course. This whole thing is indoors. It just felt so strange. This is full of people, so it doesn't really count, but here's an idea of how I'm sure you can imagine this is pretty liminal if you could ever see it without people in it. This is like the Paris Hotel or something, so it's just vaguely Paris inspired, I guess. But the sky being painted on the ceiling is so funny and makes everything feel so strange. Also, same spot. I know it's not like that liminal, but I get why I took this picture because, you know, there's definitely something here. It's just like, you know, it's just, you know. Okay, I'm in this one, so it kind of disqualifies it a little bit, but this is Santa Cruz. After hours, the boardwalk with all the carnival rides is all closed and empty, although I'm just noticing, are those actual people or are those like statues? Those have to be statues because this was not running. Those are just like there for decoration. Okay, that actually kind of freaked me out. I was like, was there people on this? Because they were definitely stuck up there because this is like midnight. This thing was well closed. I don't think I took this picture without me in it because I'm conceited, but as you can imagine, a carnival type area that's usually packed with people and loud music being empty and dark and shut down, but the lights are still like kind of on in areas, very liminal. So just pretend I'm not there. This is also on my Instagram. I mostly post liminal stuff to my Instagram. So if you like these pictures, I'll probably be posting a lot of these to my Instagram. So link in the description if you want to follow me. Who doesn't want me to have more followers? Not me. Okay, here we go. We are officially away from the West Coast area. This is Canada. But I'm on a boat on a cruise ship. This is a very low effort mini golf course, as in it's just a bunch of green and then they just put a couple holes. There's no course to the mini golf course, just holes, I guess. But I thought it looked really liminal, especially this like random doorway, doesn't it? You know, just like, what's going on here? Without any context, what is this place? If I didn't tell you it was a cruise ship, you would have been like, what is this big ball? And maybe you're still thinking, what's this big ball? Because to be honest, I don't know what it does. Here's like a little seating area with more green. Finding areas on the cruise ship empty especially at night, was very liminal. The whole cruise ship vibe is very strange. It's just like a little pocket world on a boat in the middle of the ocean. It's just kind of odd. It almost has like that Las Vegas feel where it's like, I'm not really doing this thing. It just feels like I am. Like in Las Vegas, it's like I'm not really out for drinks in Paris with the blue sky overhead. I'm just in a smelly hotel. You know, it's like, I'm not really, I guess, mini golfing. I'm just on a boat that spent $5 to poke a couple holes in the ground and call it mini golf. And the hallways, I know we've seen a lot of like hotel hallways looking really liminal, or like apartment hallways. Very liminal stuff, just like an endless hallway with doors. It's just eerie. But in a cruise ship, it's even more compact, and the rooms are even smaller because everything's just so tight in there. And so it just felt like even more liminal. Like it's just add claustrophobia to that feeling, you know? Just yuck. These hallways are too skinny to like walk past someone. You kind of have to like angle yourself around them. It's really just a one-person hallway or one entity hallway. Something to think about. And there I am. This is for my Instagram. I'm sponsored today by my own Instagram. Go follow me. I don't really use Instagram, but I want big number, you know what I mean? I don't know if this one is particularly liminal. It's definitely strange. I know why I saw this and took this picture, but is it liminal or is it just weird, you know? Some of these are gonna just be weird. You got that delightful, delectable blue sky color though, like wowie zowie. What a blue. That's like perfect primary color blue right there. Then a bunch of furniture covered by tarps, some weird lights, some reflectiveness, and no one here. And I think I actually technically stepped into a zone I wasn't supposed to be in to take this picture. I think I maybe trespassed ever so lightly, but you know, whatever. What are they gonna do, throw me overboard? They wouldn't, right? This one is great. This is still on the cruise ship. I think this is the last cruise ship one. This is just a door like from a kids area to like the pool area, I think, which is outdoors. It was an Alaska cruise. It was cold. It was a week long. There was no kids on this cruise. So the kids area was just empty. And then so you'd walk through this really eerie kids area, and then you were faced with this door, and it was like, I don't know if I want to go that way, actually. I don't know. This one's really good, though. I'm so happy with this. I saw this, and I was like, no way. This is so liminal. Like, it just feels strange. And to think that this is on a boat and just randomly amidst like an empty kids area, just perfect, spooky liminal. Okay, this is not on the cruise ship. Obviously, they're not that big. This is in Alaska. I don't know if I'd call this one liminal. I think I see what I was going for. It's definitely a strange vibe of a photo, like this old abandoned building here. Feels very Alaska and old. It doesn't look very secure from this angle, but you got this like random structure and the like gondola running up and down, or the gondola? I don't know. That's just strange. And you got like the snow falling and the fog and the clouds. I don't know. It's an interesting photo. I don't know if it's liminal though. You let me know. Also not that liminal, but funny, and maybe you can see what I was going for. You got this goofy ice cream thing here, which probably could have been a good picture on its own. But this is funny because they got hot chocolate right here, and then over here they got beef bouillon. So don't mix those two up. You might take a sip of beef bouillon thinking you're gonna get hot chocolate, or vice versa. Also, I just noticed me and my brothers in the reflection with our super long legs. That's a little bonus for you. Look at this. If you ever wanted to know what I look like, if you ever meet me, this is what you should be looking out for. I am about 15 feet tall. I'm actually 15'2", if you can believe that. No longer on the cruise ship. This is in LA. This is at VidCon last year, and this is just an empty convention center room. Hard to capture a room like this with no one in it, but when you do, you gotta take a picture. It feels more back rooms than liminal, but still gives you that vibe of like, I shouldn't be here, someone's watching me. You can hear your own footsteps walking through here. Neat. You know, it looks more like a parking lot than an actual room. This is at the MoMA in San Francisco. It's an art museum. Just a cool little hallway, staircase to nowhere, just kind of very symmetrical. Like it just felt very like pleasing, like it was made by a machine. I feel like sometimes things are designed so neatly and organized and clean, it almost feels like a human wasn't involved. You know, like this is just a thing that a machine made. I don't know how to describe it. It's like very dreamlike when it's too perfect like this. I like it. It's great. And this staircase goes down and plops into an infinite void. You just fall for years. A caution wet floor sign just in a bunch of water. That's comedy. This is in Oceanside, California, down in SoCal. Also, same area, some liminal looking snow. Sandcastles on the beach, pretty cool. Sun is setting. There's definitely potential here, but I don't think I captured the liminal. You know what I mean? Like, I think the liminal was there. I don't know if I captured it. That's how I feel about some of these too. Like, I think it was there, but I don't know if I captured it. But I think with a little imagination, you could probably see what I was going for a lot of these. Some of them are good, some of them are okay. This is Amsterdam. I think this is the only picture I took in Amsterdam. Well, not the only picture I took, but the only liminal space picture for today. That was in Amsterdam. Imagine if I went to Amsterdam and only took this photo. Like, dude, my priorities are crazy. Just train tracks going over grass just felt cool to me. Like, I think this train was inactive, maybe obviously, I guess, but it just created a kind of a cool scene I'd never really seen before. Train tracks through grass was really cool. And I actually caught it late at night when there was no one really around. I'm sure if you zoom, you probably could see someone back there, but kind of liminal, I don't know. Germany, this is in Cologne. I think it's liminal. It's definitely strange. Like, this light post being here is funny. It's just like not placed in a place that makes sense. It's just there, kind of in front of the staircase. I love it. And there I am running the photo. There's a person in the photo, it doesn't count. And now we're in San Francisco. The order of these is weirding me out. I'm like, wait, why was I have Southern California, Amsterdam, Germany, San Francisco. I only got one picture from each of these countries. They're just so busy, you know, too many people around. Nice little dock at night in San Francisco. Pretty liminal, but mostly just a cool photo. This is inside the capital of California. Pretty liminal. I think just a strange thing to look at. The whole building was weird. I just walked through it with my friend because I just wanted to see what it was like on the inside. We were just kind of bored. Just this big, fancy pants, old feeling building that's just empty, you know, because it was like after hours. Just strange. There's probably more picture potential in here, but I was trying to like not be annoying. Very liminal in these places, these old buildings. Here we go, sand and sky. This is in White Sands, New Mexico. I did a video about going here, so you probably saw a lot of this already if you watched that video. Pretty epic. This is in Arizona, this is Phoenix. Again, I think I see what I was going for, but I don't know if it's liminal. It's just kind of a strange looking house and a lot of sky. It's definitely a cool picture. Okay, here we go. This is where things get good. If you've come this far and you haven't been super impressed, hopefully things get saucy from here on. This is where we go to Japan. Okay, train station. Usually packed with people. Not right now. Where's the train? If it's a train station, it hasn't come yet. Obviously, I'm waiting for the train. This is in Tokyo. The train is heading for Shibuya, which is where the next picture is. This is the top of like a shopping mall. This is like the 40th floor, dude. The shopping malls in like Shibuya and just Tokyo in general. It's not like, oh yeah, you go to whatever the clothing store and you can go up a floor for like the food court. It's like, no, you want to go look at Mario? You got to go to the 27th floor. You want to look at cameras? Oh, that's the 32nd floor. Oh, shoot, you wanted to look at shoes? Well, that's the 17th floor. You gotta go way down. Oh, you wanna go to the bathroom? That's actually where this is. The bathroom's around the corner here. Anyway, interesting. It would totally clash with the rest of the building. Just having this one area that was just a bunch of nothing, you know? Just kind of like, maybe it was more liminal in the moment, but it's still pretty liminal. Like, where's this door go, huh? It goes to E, of course, but what's E? This is Japan, right? Why is there an English alphabet E here? Even more curious. Here we go. It's always funny when you do see English in another country, especially somewhere like Japan, where you're used to seeing like Japanese writing, of course. And then you see something like this, and it just says, "Eat here, it's cheap and homemade." And I think it was referring to something in this building, but it kind of just looked like they were saying, hey, go this way. There's something fun to eat down here. Go on, it's gonna be great. It's cheap and it's homemade. And also, it's you. You are gonna be the homemade meal. But you know what? I don't think you're cheap. Okay, there's a couple in here of me. They're just here to be like palate cleansers, all right? This is not a liminal space picture at all. This is just me on an escalator looking like a kid. Mom, can we go get ice cream? Okay, this is big. For you gamers out there, Exit 8, it's a horror game by Chilla's Art. It's a popular Japanese horror developer. This isn't the specific train station, but lots of these stations do feel like that game. And then having one that actually had an Exit 8 was just like, it's perfect. So, pretty liminal. Especially catching it with no people on it is a big deal. Still Tokyo, liminal little back alley here with some light peeking through. No cover charge, we speak English. And you think, oh yeah, that sounds cool, I'll go in there. But all these doors that are like bars, it's a sharp steep staircase when you turn the corner. So you look at this and you want to go in there, and you got to commit. You got to go up like 12 stairs, and then you're like at the person that works there when you get to the top. So like you really have to full send without even seeing the place yet. You don't know what kind of environment you're getting into until you go up there. But it's like Japan, it's gonna be chill. But it's just, for me, I'm like, I wanna know where I'm going before I get in there and I'm like stuck, you know? But liminal little alley here. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know if this one is that liminal, but I just love this picture. Let me know, is it liminal or is it just a good picture? My brain can't tell sometimes. There's no people in it. It's kind of got that sunsetty lighting. It's got this like weird curved building and like the train, but I don't think it's liminal. I think I just like it. This is a really good one. All right, this is a train. Catching a train without anyone on it is big. This is also one of the older trains. This is in Osaka, and this is heading out of the city to like where this train line ended, so we could go on like a hike out in the wilds. But look at this, man. You got the sun coming through. It's all shiny. The shadows are kind of perfect. It's definitely the early morning sun kind of coming in at such a sharp angle. Like sunrise was recent is what I'm trying to say here. Just cool, just nice. Even if like I was to crop it like this and just have just the seat as the focal point, still like a good liminal space photo. But crazy thing, and I know I'm getting sidetracked here, Yap City over here, but I have this poster right here that I've had for like a couple years, and I was looking at it recently, and I can't stress recently enough. Looking at it recently, and it occurred to me that it's the same kind of train, almost the exact same angle. Kieran, if you could line these two up together, look at this, man. You got the like thingamabob holding things up here. You got this like whatever on the ceiling. You got the chair with the little loop-de-doo. You got the circular windows on the doors. You got the little things on the floor. It's definitely like the same model of train, just with a little creative liberty taken to it, you know? Anyway, that blew my mind a little bit. It's not really part of the video. And it's not, I don't get bonus points for having a poster of the images, but like, you can bet your butt that when I saw that and put the connection together that I'd seen this before, it blew my mind. But anyway, I love this one. Here's another Japan one. This is also Osaka, just a little night walk. Interesting to find no one out on the streets, kind of underneath a freeway here. Just a nice little cozy liminal vibe, you know? Cities at night. These are usually really busy like food areas with a bunch of different restaurants all the way down, but they're all closed. So it's just this long straight stretch of just the lights are on, but nobody's home. Except if you zoom in, there's actually like someone sitting right there, but you know, whatever, man. I like it. Cool vibe. Still kind of more night feeling than anything else. Not super liminal, but still pretty good. I don't know. Definitely has that dreamy, middle of the night kind of feel to it. This one's pretty good. I don't know if I'm just mistaking cozy for liminal in these last few, but cozy, a little bit liminal just to see it empty like this. At any rate, a nice photo. This building was bizarre looking. It's just like a tube. Obviously it's longer than what you can see, but it was such a skinny building. Like there's a street on both sides of it, and there's just like this long tube staircase, like circular staircase. I don't know what's in there, but if it's an apartment, it's cramped. Okay, we got a couple videos here. This is when I was in London. This is a hotel hallway, and you'll never guess which hotel this is in. This is in the Liminal Space Hotel itself. One of the most famous liminal space images that I've ever seen. It just pops up in the subreddit like once a month as like the top post. I got to go there. So it's just elevators? And then it's just right here. If I was a rascal, I could just go in there, you know? I don't think I'm going to though, but isn't that crazy? It is crazy past me. It really felt so strange with how normal the rest of the hotel was. Like this lobby area was like nice. Like there was people wearing suits down there having their little martinis or whatever. Like it was like a normal hotel with like a nice lobby and people like, you know, it's near the airports, people are traveling. But then you have this like super strange area that I'm like, why does it look so scary, dude? And it's been like this for years because this picture, or the picture of this place, has been around for a long time. Like this is like one of the first liminal space images I even saw. And so the fact that they haven't done anything, I don't know what you even could do, to be honest. It's just odd. I don't know what they were gonna do with this space right here, but they just left it. There definitely shouldn't be a ceiling here. I think that's a big part of the problem. This whole thing being enclosed in a building is like the worst part of it. I don't know. Obviously you couldn't get rid of the roof because this is all like an open lobby everywhere, but like they chose to keep it the way that it is, you know? They chose to do it this way. Very strange. But yeah, dude, being here was absolutely surreal. After seeing the pictures so many times and talking about it so often, just standing here and like in full 360, I'm actually here, fashion, so surreal. It was like double surreal. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say it was triple surreal. I know that sounds like pretty crazy, but like, dude, you see the same picture a bunch of times over multiple years on the internet. And the picture is famous for being very like dreamlike and not really real looking and kind of, you know, just liminal. And then going there and seeing the context in which it's in and seeing something that's so familiar to you, but now you see everything around it. It was like the times when I do this with my camera, you know, and you can see more of my room, and it's like, whoa, I'm so used to seeing this. And I don't want to see all that other stuff. That makes me feel scared. There's not more than just this. But oh, there's a whole lot more. It was triple surreal, and I will stand by that. It was not quadruple surreal, though. I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, it was wild. And look, I took this picture. I stood right here and took this picture from the second floor. I stood right here and I took this picture myself. And there it is in all of its high quality glory. It's slightly more zoomed out than the picture we usually see. I definitely got more of the room in my picture because I wanted to show like a slightly different angle. I should post this to the subreddit, the Liminal Space subreddit. I think they would like that, to see more angles of this, but cool, dude. This is my favorite thing I got to do on my search for liminal space, is just staying at this hotel. It was so strange. I could keep talking about it, but we'll move on. It was so strange to be here though. Okay, this is still in England, but this is Birmingham. I guess England was pretty liminal because this is some crazy stuff right here. The next couple are wild. What even is this? You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what it is. It's a great liminal photo, and let me show you the other side of it. Boom. If the rest of the pictures were not liminal, like, you know, there's definitely an argument that the rest of them were not. This one is for sure liminal, and I'll stand by that. What a strange structure, you know? I don't even know what this is. I still don't know what this is. Why is it slanted like that? Why is it that color scheme? Why are the windows circular? What's the point of a circular window? I don't know. What is this, the Krusty Krab? And then there's this, which is also great, with the sunset back there, and the like industrial right side, and the, that kind of green fenced off left side. These pictures are all within like a couple feet of each other. Or I should say a couple meters of each other. This picture is obviously from this angle, and then this is just around the corner. And then this, the building's still to my right. Like I'm standing right here in that last photo. Like these are all right here. Where am I, dude? I'm in Birmingham. That's where. Specifically at the convention center. This is like maybe the old convention center, like a storage area or something. I don't really know. But I had to walk through it to get to where I was going, to meet up with the lads for a pint. And there were some other little tunnels along the way that I had to walk through that were very scary in like an eerie nighttime kind of way. Not scary in the sense that I felt in danger. I felt pretty safe here. It was chill. I liked it a lot. Here we are in the London train station, or the tube, you could say. Difficult to find a picture with no one in it. Again, kind of like the Tokyo train stations. But yeah, very liminal. Delightfully a little bit blurry too, which I think adds to the vibe a lot. But this like circular hallway with a square door in it, crazy, dude. It unlocked my baby brain with the fitting the shapes through the shapes, you know? Like the square block definitely goes in this hole, but the circle block definitely goes in that hole. That's coming in handy right here. But yeah, London was like not that liminal, but the station was, and then obviously Birmingham was very liminal. At least this area was. Okay, this is New York. I think we're almost done actually. This is a staircase, I think in a bar down to the bathroom. Dark staircase, loud lights on the ceiling, and then just a mysterious looking bathroom door at the end. Pretty classic liminal if you ask me. And then these, I just took these like 2 weeks ago, but I obviously owe the credit of this one to Drezzdon, the creator of this. I did a video about him like maybe a year ago. If you remember the TikTok aesthetic with all the red squares and the tracking. If you don't, maybe I'll link it. But he's a TikTok Instagram content creator who's pretty popular, and he did a live event in LA a couple weeks ago, and I went, and this is just like the walking in area. Some of his videos and some other artists' videos playing on like really strange old TVs and screens. Like this one's a ball, dude. This TV's a ball. You kidding me? Balls can be TVs? This one's also like some old, I don't know what you call it, but it was like that green, like infrared, I don't know what you call it, man, but it was sick. And then here was a room with a button in it. And you're supposed to not push the button, but if you did, it would just show you different videos. It was pretty sick. But great event. I had a great time there. Okay, I think this is the last photo, but this is my living room. Yeah, this is my living room. This is where I live. This is how I have it decorated at the moment. Okay, this is Star Wars Land and Disneyland. Totally tricked you though. You totally believe me. But yeah, really cool to see it with no people in it. Again, hard thing to do. This is right at close, and even still there was people everywhere, but I managed to get this shot. I know it's Star Wars, so it's like not that liminal, but kind of is. You know, like if we lived in space, this image is really putting the space in liminal space, you know? Just pretend that you live in Star Wars universe, and then pretend this is like somewhere that you know, and you're like, whoa, I never seen Tatooine so empty, you know? I don't know. Probably got some Star Wars fans in here. Is this liminal by Star Wars standards? And this one, I don't know, it didn't turn out, but this is also Disneyland. And then this one, that's a little upside down exit sign and like some weird industrial things. And like, what's going on here, you know? Makes you think, makes you wonder where I was, what was I doing? Also, I'm about to post this video that you're watching, but I wanted to include these last two pictures that I just took last weekend because this one is so good. I saw it and I was like, dude, this has to be in the video. I also took this one, which is nothing groundbreaking, but I did take this one last weekend as well. But yeah, man, this is crazy. A little zigzag staircase indoors surrounded by like dirt and rocks. This wouldn't be that weird of a staircase if it was outdoors, but the fact that it was inside was so strange. So anyway, bonus photo. And that's the last one. Wasn't that fun? Hopefully you enjoyed that little journey. People don't watch these liminal space videos as much, so I was gonna do like a whole thing for this video. I was gonna like film like kind of vloggy videos and make like a whole journey out of it. And then I was like stressing myself out about that idea of like, I gotta do all this, I gotta go here, I gotta do blank, I gotta film a bunch when I'm traveling. And then I was like, you know what? Take it easy. It's gonna be fun just having pictures from all over the world that are liminal or not, I guess. Because the liminal space videos are like beloved by a lot of my viewers, but it's not like my popular content. It's something that I'm kind of just doing for like myself and for like those of you that like this. So I figured this would be good enough. I think I didn't want to just totally just burn myself out making some crazy epic worldwide travel video just for a video that's gonna like get half the views as my other ones, you know? Not to sound like a greedy YouTuber or anything, but you know, you gotta make choices of where you want to put your time. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it still worked, it just being pictures, you know? But yeah, that's it. I think this one might be my favorite one. I mean, other than this one, of course, but this one, someone else already took this one. I don't get credit for finding this. Someone else found this and then I just went there. This one's one of my favorites. This one, honestly, honorable mention. This one's just like a nice picture, you know? It's more like a night feeling picture than actually liminal space. And then this one is just good. This one's just liminal, just kind of eerie, just kind of strange. Feels very like back roomsy, like you're gonna go through this door and enter into some other world, you know, like you're just trapped in some maze. Like, I don't know, you could put any sort of story onto this one because it just feels wrong, you know? It feels like you shouldn't be here. And to be fair, I shouldn't have been there. I was trying to find my way to the pool area. I wanted to go in the pool. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's funny, this is a side note, but it's funny how seeing all these pictures from this last year has made me be like, oh, I guess I did a lot this last year. Again, I'm just yapping right now, but I always am like on myself about not doing anything. Like, oh, I'm so boring, I never do anything. But like, I don't know, man. That was kind of a lot. I know I have a tendency to just sit and be like, man, I'll just watch TV and do nothing ever. But here we are. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what your favorite image was. And also, I'm curious and kind of scared for the comments that are going to be like, none of these were liminal by liminal space standards. But I'm pretty sure at least some of them were. Like, I'm pretty safe on some of them, but there's definitely a lot when we were going through them. I was like, I don't know why this one's in here. It's not that liminal. It's just like an interesting photo. So maybe this was just a strange photo collection and not like a full-blown liminal space scrapbook, but I think there was definitely liminal space mixed in. So hopefully that was sufficient. Hopefully you don't feel clickbaited is my thing. I hope that you feel like you got what you wanted. Anyway, that's all. I'm gonna stop yapping now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. I would walk back into frame, but isn't it weird having my room without me in it? Whoa, so liminal, dude.